Hello students, Lokesh Rathod. Welcome you all. In the last session, we had completed up to exercise 2.3, and the most important thing which we had discussed there, that was the remainder theorem. Now in this session, we might be discussing our next theorem, that is factor theorem, and we'll solve the question based on the factor theorem. We'll be completing our next exercise, that is exercise 2.4 in this session. So let us start. So here we have the statement of factor theorem. So the statement of factor theorem is, let fx be a polynomial of degree n is greater than equals to 1 and a be any real number. Means fx will be a polynomial whatever we can take, whether we can use, suppose let us example, if I take fx equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 4, any polynomial we can take, and which will be the degree greater than equals to 1, means its degree will be greater than or equals to 1, means degree should not be 0, or we can say negative degree should not be there, and e be a real number if fa, first statement, first point of this statement is fa equals to 0, then x minus a is the factor of fx. Means if we solve the equation and if we got the value of fa equals to 0, then we can say x minus a is the factor of fx. And second one is, if x minus a is the factor of fx, then fa would be equals to 0. Means both are similar. So here we don't need to prove this theorem. We will directly using this two points of this factor theorem, and will solve the question of exercise 2.4 by using the factor theorem. One more thing, there is a little bit difference between the factor theorem and remainder theorem, but we'll solve the question of exercise 2.4 by using factor theorem, and that would be as similar as exercise 2.3, where we had used the remainder theorem. Okay, so let us start exercise 2.4. So the very first question of exercise 2.4 is, determine which of the following polynomial x plus 1 as a factor. Okay, so first one is x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So first we'll take question number first, and see, first I'll take, let fx, or I can say px, whatever, equals to, first I'll take this expression x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now I'll take the given factor. Factor means the value, by using this we first we use the factor theorem. Okay, so by the factor theorem, I'll take x plus 1 equals to 0. Here we can write by using factor theorem. Okay, so when I shift 1, I'll get the value of x, and it would be 1 minus 1. So minus 1 will be putting in the equation. So the f minus 1 will be, first one we have x cube, instead of x we have to write minus 1, so minus 1 cube. Next plus x square means we have to write minus 1 square, then x, instead of x I'll take again minus 1, and finally I'll have what, 1. Now minus 1, as you know that minus 1 cube will be the minus 1, then plus minus 1 square would be plus 1, plus and minus become minus 1, and finally I have what, 1. So plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 would be cancelled out, and finally we have remains 0. So here we got 0. So yes, we can say what, yes, x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So we have concluded here that if we got answer 0, so we can say yes, this would be the factor of given polynomial. If our answer is not 0, then we can say no, it is not a factor of the given polynomial. Okay, now these are the remaining question of first one. So same process you have to use which I have used in question number first, and you have to solve. If you find any difficulty, then you can ask me, or you can go through the PDF which I had not uploaded. Okay, now the second question of this is use the factor theorem and determine which whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. So same thing, we have to use same method we have to use which we have used in question number first. Same, px is given and gx is given. So first we have to take gx equals to 0, means by using the factor theorem we have to find the value of x. So here I'll put x plus 1 equals to 0, and then I'll get value of x equals to minus 1. Then finally I'll put the value of x in the px. If I get answer is 0, so I can say that yes, gx is a factor of px. If our answer would not get 0, then we can say the given polynomial gx is not a polynomial of is not a factor of px. Okay, so this question you have to solve. Now we'll say question number third. So our third question is find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px in each of the following cases. So we have to find the value of k, and x minus 1 is the factor. It is already given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. So you can see the difference. What is the difference between first and third question? In first one it has been asked that check whether px minus x plus 1 is a factor of the given, and here x minus 1 is already a factor. So whenever the factor is factor is given there, so we have to take the factor equals to what? 0. So we'll take that, let x minus 1 equals to 0. Why I have taken it 0? Because it is a factor. So factor means we can find the value of the x. So value of x would be what? Plus 1. Now I'll have to put this value here. So p1 equals to I'll have x square. X square means what? 1 square. Then again I have x, so I'll put again 1, and finally I have value of k. The most important thing that you have to remember, that is whenever in the question it has been asked that you have to find the value of the particular variable, so in that case you have to take the 0 equals to that particular equation. Okay, so here I have taken 0 equals to the given polynomial. So 1 square would be 1 plus 1 as it is there, and plus k equals to what? 0. For finding k, I need to shift 1 plus 1 become 2. Then I need to shift this 2 to the side of 0, so it would be minus 2. So value of k is minus 2. So this was the question number third first. Second part is seeming like it can be tough, so I'm solving here it. So the second part of the third question is px equals to 2x square plus ax plus root 2 we have, and same thing we have to use x minus 1 is given a factor. So again we'll take let x minus 1 equals to 0. The most important thing that you should remember that when the any expression is given a factor of that particular expression, so we'll take the factor which is given factor, we have to take the expression which is given factor, so take it equals to 0. So x would be equals to what? 1. Now we put the value of x in the given polynomial. So p1 equals to 2x square means 2 into what? 1 square, plus kx means k into 1 plus root 2. Again we have to find the value of k, means we have to take 0 equals to it. So 2 into 1 square 2 plus k we have, and root 2 we have equals to 0. So finding k we need to shift these two things. So k would be equals to, first I'll shift to root 2, or instead of root 2 first you can shift 2 and 2. So sorry, so it would be what? K equals to minus root 2 and something minus 2. So minus can be taken out as common, so minus is common, so it would be root 2 plus 2, or you can say 2 plus root 2, whatever. Now we'll see question number 4. First part of fourth one is factorize the following. So now see, this is different question. We have to find the factors. Factorize means we have to find the factor of the given polynomial. As you all know that in the 8th class we already had solved the question based on factorization, so I think you would not get any difficulty. So let us start. So in the factorization we need to split the middle term, and when we split the middle term we need we just remember the one thing that the multiply before the splitting, first we multiply the coefficient of first term and the last term. So it would be, I'm writing here as a rough, it would be 12x square minus 7x plus 12 into 1 would become 12. So it will be 12, but we have to use only 1 for solving. Will take 12. ओके, मीन्स फर्स्ट और लास्ट कोफिशिएंट का मल्टीप्लाई करना है, जो भी है उसको एज अ रफ वर्ड लिख के साइड में रखना है, वो दैट विल बी फॉर आवर कन्वीनियंट. ओके, नाउ इसके बाद करना क्या है, जो मिडिल टर्म है इसको स्प्लिट करना है. उसको स्प्लिट करने के लिए जो कंडीशन है, दैट शुड बी रिमेंबर दैट इट वुड बी स्प्लिटेड इन two what we can say, two terms, and the two terms, when we add the two add or subtract the two terms, we get the middle term, and when we multiply the coefficient of that two terms, will get the last one. मीन्स जब उसको हम स्प्लिट करेंगे मिडिल टर्म को, तो वो जो टर्म्स होंगी वो इस फॉर्म में होंगी कि उनको एड और सब्ट्रैक्ट करें तो ये 7 आना चाहिए, और उन्हीं दोनों का मल्टीप्लाई क्या आना चाहिए, 12. और ये मेथड हमने 8th में की है, so I think you would not get any difficulty. So 12x square as it is. When I split 7x, we can write it like 3 or 4 minus 3x, or what, minus 4x plus 1 will be written here, not 12. 12 we have taken as our convenient for will not get any difficulty. Now here we'll make the pair. So from the first pair we can take out common 3 and x. So 3x I have taken out as common, so 3 4 that 12, and x I have taken common, so 1 x would be there, and 3x I have taken common, so 1 will be there, minus 4x and 1, nothing is common there, so you can take minus 1 as common, and we have to see the sign of the first digit, from where we can starting the getting common. So minus 1 I have taken common here, so 4x as it is, and when I'll take minus 1 as common, so sign of the next digit would be changed, so it will be minus 1. So 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1, this is our first factor, and second one is 3x minus 1. So this is the these are the factors of the 12x square minus 7x plus 1. मीन्स में अल्टीमेटली करना क्या है, मिडिल टर्म को स्प्लिट करना है, और फिर दोनों के पेयर्स बनाना है. फर्स्ट पेयर से कॉमन निकालना है, सेकंड पेयर से कॉमन निकालना है, उसके बाद उन फैक्टर्स को अरेंज करना है. सेम क्वेश्चंस यू हैड सॉल्व इन 8th क्लास, सो आई थिंक यू नॉट गेट एनी प्रॉब्लम. In question number 5th, there also we have to find the factor, but where we'll get the cubic equation. Okay, that should be remembered, cubic equation. Those sums will be different. Okay, so this was the question number 4th of exercise number 2.4. Thank you.